Hi gang, Rob here. It is the morning of 23 July 2018. Coming to you with a From the Sharpening Bench video this morning. And this is going to be one of those that you love me for and hate me for, because this knife is pretty doggone special. It is a limited production variant of the Benchmade 560 Freek. It is absolutely wonderful in almost every way. That's why you're going to appreciate the information. However, it is a limited production run of 500 pieces. This particular one, number 265 of 500. But those 500, gone. Absolutely gone. And you're going to remember, if you saw last week's sale video, that I sold a knife just like this one in that sale for the bargain price of $345. Really? Yeah, really. Because they're gone and they're very special. Yes, they are indeed. They originally sold for $191 MAP pricing at your favorite online retailer from Benchmade. But after they sold out, they went nuts. Why did they go nuts? Well, let's talk about what makes this knife different from the normal 560 Freek before we get into the particulars of the general Freek itself. This limited production knife, instead of having the dual durometer plastic and rubber handle, this has 3D machined and nicely mill textured natural or jade or ghost G10, a backspacer made of toxic green G10, a pocket clip coated with chromium nitride in a nice gray color, and then a gray Cerakoted blade fashioned of CPM M4. So the Freek has a 3 9/16 inch blade, a 4 5/8 handle. Generally, it's sort of an improved product in the line over the Griptilian. And of course, the Freek's been around for a couple years now, and it's sold rather well with its dual durometer handle, which features hard plastic panels in the middle section surrounded by some grooved grippy rubber. I like the envelope design of the Freek a great deal. The handle is super ergonomic, very comfortable in a variety of grips. It's long enough for full purchase. You get a full-size blade over 3.5 inches and a great shape and great cutting geometry. What's not to like, except that soft rubber just drives me crazy in and out of the pocket, and I just don't feel like it's going to hold up very well over time. But this one, oh, Benchmade took that rather beautiful and ergonomic package, did it with some jade G10 and this amazing M4 blade, and they got something I think that's really, really special. And I hope you're listening, Benchmade. Maybe do something a little less exotic, but in a G10 handle, make it affordable. And there are probably some buyers who didn't buy rubber handled Freeks that just love the design and would purchase the heck out of them in a G10 handle. So just my 2 cents on the evolution of the Freek. One thing that Benchmade usually gets right when they do limited production knives, they seem to do their mechanics a little better than every day, and this knife no exception. Blade centering is absolutely on the money. Lockup is absolutely rock solid, no play in any direction, and the blade's a free dropper. And for Benchmade to get this right on a coated blade, not something you see every day. So both the one I sold last week and this knife that I sharpened for my customer Pat are absolutely perfect examples. That is a good thing. Just look at the sweep in that belly and the very acute usable pointy tip. You just gotta love it. And by the way, M4, known for its superb edge retention and its more than adequate toughness, it also happens to get very sharp, if you don't know that. Very, very sharp. Handles the phone book paper with ease. Slice cuts, S-curve cuts, push cuts. It just gets wicked, wicked sharp, and it stays that way for a very long time. How can you beat that? Now the secondary prices on these guys, I found completed listings, actual transactions on eBay for these knives. Granted, in the hottest point of the market, right after they were sold out. But those prices ranged from $310, which was an outlier, to $510, which was also an outlier. Most of them in the mid to high 300s, so essentially twice what they cost if you were smart enough to get one while they're in stock. Will they come back to earth? Maybe. Will Benchmade do another run? I sure hope so. If not in this exact configuration, maybe in another equally attractive package, maybe a different color G10, maybe an M390 or a CPM 20CV blade variant. That would be great. Even an S30V version with black G10 for maybe $140 would be great. As for me, I probably should bite the bullet and buy one. I don't know. That's a lot of money. $300 for a Freek. But at 191 when they were in stock, I'd have been all over it if I knew about them. I think this is really this handle difference makes the knife one I would definitely want to own. More ergonomic with a better blade design than a standard griptilian. And since we no longer have Ritter grips, this can fill that void as a factory offering and be made in lots of combinations, I think. So long live the Freek, and Benchmade continue to tinker with it, because it's a great package. Could become as iconic as the original griptilian and a better knife. Don't lose it. That's all for this one, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Sorry to dangle this temptation in front of you, especially since it's so unattainable. But remember, the word is sharp.